I don't know how long I wasn't there. Back. You're currently watching live coverage of the third flight of Galactic Space's newest and most powerful launch vehicle. My name is Quingo. I'm the head of media here for GSST, and I'll be your host for today. As you see on your screen, standing tall at Launch Complex 2 at the Rodriguez Key, Florida launch site is our proud flagship rocket. It's currently preparing to lift off on its third mission. This time, however, our destination is not low Earth orbit. Carrying the Intrepid lunar lander for Expedition Aerospace, Deere will deliver its first payload beyond Earth. Our destination today is the moon. We are proud to be working with our great partner Expedition Aerospace to make this mission possible, and we couldn't be more proud to be supporting a mission such as this. We also just very recently passed 1 year from the first launch back in April 2025. We're all so amazed by how far this group has come, and we are all so excited to do the great things that we plan for the near future. From Ria to now Thea, the things we can achieve when we all work toward a common goal is nothing short of magical. Thank you for all the support we've received since since we made our launch debut last year. As you may remember from last time, Thea is a two-stage launch vehicle, standing 85.3 meters tall with a core diameter of 5.4 meters. Fully fueled, the vehicle weighs over 1,200 metric tons at liftoff. At launch, 25 GTRAD BS-4B engines at the base of the first stage, generating 14,700 kilonewtons, or roughly 3.3 million pounds of thrust, push the vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere. Engine layout includes a center engine, surrounded by an inner ring of 8 engines and an outer ring of 16. This gives the system heavy redundancy and precision control throughout ascent and landing. Above that, second stage of Thea uses 2 vacuum-optimized BS-2C engines, also built by GTRAD. Those engines will ignite following stage separation and carry the lunar lander to its destination. You may be able to see weather conditions today are very, very good. Looking about 24 degrees centigrade or 74 degrees Fahrenheit, we can expect that same temperature at the T0 mark. We've been tracking minimal cloud ceilings and low gust winds, so overall looking about a 95% favorability margin for launch day. Very beautiful day. This will also be our third attempt to propulsively land a booster. After stage separation, the first stage will execute a partial boost back burn. It will then orient itself for re-entry and attempt a controlled splashdown off the coast. That same system has heritage from Ria, many lessons learned from previous ocean lands of it and the previous 2 flights. Many improvements have been made from the previous vehicle that flew before, so we're looking for successful soft landing today. If successful, could enable our first ever touchdown on land for the next flight. Together, all these different systems and capabilities make up our flagship vehicle. Oh my god, I forgot to announce this. Checks, and the flight computer is conducting final polling across the vehicle's avionics. Guidance, navigation, and control systems are configured and standing by. At T-minus 20 minutes, stage 2, liquid oxygen propellant loading began. That was just about 3 minutes ago, around when we started this live stream. I should mention that we do have a planned hold at T-minus 1 minute and 20 seconds for final checkouts of the vehicle. Once we get there, remember that this is completely normal. It will give our controllers one final block of time to look over everything and make sure we are ready to commit to the launch today. Currently tracking no issues on the vehicle right now. Everything is green. We are counting down to that T0 time. As I was talking about before, fueling of the vehicle currently underway. Currently looking about fully completed on that second stage, or almost, and about halfway on the booster. Now, fully completed does not mean that we are done with there. Yeah. So as we fuel the vehicles with any rocket, that propellant needs to be kept at very, very super cold temperatures. Once we put it into the stage, it warms up, as it is not in a completely freezing environment. It warms up, it boils off, and it turns into gas. So this gas is vented off. Sometimes you see short puffs of venting. That is normal. All those clouds surrounding the vehicle, that is also condensation. So throughout the entire countdown, even when fuel loading is complete, we have to make sure that we are constantly running propellants into the tanks and venting off all the boiled off propellants. This is to make sure that we have a full tank of fuel, or just about, when we lift off. But today, we are very proud to be working with our partners at Expedition Aerospace. For now, I'll be passing it off to Caden, the CEO of Expedition, to tell you a little bit more about what we are doing today.
Hello, I am Cad, the owner of Expedition Aerospace, and I am proud to be here for the first ever launch of Expedition's first ever lunar lander that will be heading to the Lebanese Mountains, hopefully in around 14 minutes from now. It's a beautiful day here at the GSST, and I'm super excited, and I'm here to tell you about the Intrepid lander that's currently on the Thea rocket right behind me. Intrepid is a lunar lander built by Expedition Aerospace, and it serves as our biggest goal yet. This mission will carry 5 payloads towards the lunar surface, including payloads by Expedition Aerospace and many other companies that will help benefit for future missions back towards the lunar surface. Once Intrepid launches today, it will be sent towards a highly elliptical orbit. Over the course of 6 days, Intrepid's kick stage will raise its orbit to help it intersect with the moon, and then we will execute a burn to get towards the orbit that we need in preparation for landing. It will spend around 5 days in orbit, ensuring everything is good to go before our landing on the surface, and then we expect to see hopefully a touchdown on April 18th at 10:32 a.m. PT. Spacecraft will spend around 14 days on the surface before we'll be eventually turned off and go into hibernation. The chances of us getting contact back with the Intrepid is low, so we'll be using the 14 days as much as we can. And this is a huge mission here for both GSST and Expedition Aerospace, as will be GSST's first mission beyond low Earth orbit, and the first time Expedition Aerospace will be sending a payload beyond low Earth orbit, and will hopefully give as much data as we need in preparation for our future lunar landings, and we hope to be collaborating with GSST with Expedition Aerospace for future missions and beyond.
Thank you. That was very great.
Welcome.
Very exciting. There's a lot of very exciting things happening. Yeah. So as you heard him say, this mission very great. Lunar lander on the lunar surface. You don't see that happen a lot. Wish we could see that more. What's great? It's all great. Okay, we're currently T-minus 12 minutes. What do we got going on? Not much. Actually, not much right now. Yeah, it's currently still loading all the fuels onto the vehicle. We're looking, again, fully complete on that second stage, just about almost complete on the first stage. Right now, one of the things that's going on, GN2, gaseous nitrogen, flowing through the vehicle's vent path, verifying that all the supply pressures on the vehicle are at safe levels. Nitrogen, one of the main pressure systems we rely on to keep the tanks pressurized as propellant is drawn down during engine startup. Looking for an on-time liftoff today. Again, tracking no issues, which is always amazing. Very excited to be here today. I'm very hungry. Unbelievably. Of course, for updates on the mission after this live stream ends, you should go follow Expedition Aerospace on their socials, on Twitter, X, or on Discord. You can find all those links in our server. I'll get that handle for you actually for Expedition, because it might not be here.
Expedition RBX.
That one. Expedition RBX on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Very exciting times. They're actually planning a launch soon, April 25th, the fifth flight of Endeavour, trying to be landing a booster on a drone ship, so it's very cool. Completed their static fire. What was that 2 days ago? Yesterday? Something like that.
Yesterday.
Very great. T-minus 9 minutes. So coming up in 1 minute, we'll have engine chill on the first stage. I will get into that when we get there. Is Alan playing music? I don't think so. That's okay. We're playing some very exciting things today. Today, yeah, also. But in the future as well. Very exciting times for this company. We are hoping to bring another launch site active within the next coming months, which is very exciting. We can launch more Rhea, which is currently undergoing verification for the Block 2 update. That will be very cool. And we will continue flying Thea from here, working on its... You cut out. Working on its capabilities and getting those landings down. But yeah, you may have heard a little bit. We just passed T-minus 8 minutes. So yeah, engine chill on the first stage. This process is also called chill down. So that's the process of cooling down the pipes, valves, and turbopumps. We do that by flowing cryogenic propellant through the systems. little bit of cryogenic propellant. This prevents thermal shock to the sensitive parts. Also helps avoid cavitation in the pumps caused by boiling fuel. All this ensures the engine reaches its nominal operating temperatures and that we have a successful mission today. Currently, engine thermals are stable, hold levels are being maintained, and the second stage's pressurant systems are active. Helium pressurization bottles have been
Testing underway.
We heard grid fin testing. Rocket's computers initiating a test of the hypersonic grid fins, making sure they're ready to steer the rocket on its journey back to the atmosphere. You can see that on your screen there, extending, doing some wiggles, making sure they're ready. Along with that, the ground launch sequencer performing up to 120 commands per second, including configuring the ground systems for power transfer to the vehicle. The ground launch sequencer GLS now turning on high velocity camera recording from various points around the launch pad and up close to the rocket to collect data for the engineers. You see those wiggles on the first stage's grid fins. Launch vehicle is currently in inertial alignment mode. Guidance computers are locked and preparing for the flight solution handover at T-minus 3 minutes. Those grid fins now retracting. I love grid fin wiggles. Those grid fins, you may not know, they help steer the vehicle down through the atmosphere once it's coming back for landing. Beautiful day for launch, a beautiful day to launch this exciting mission on Lunar Lander. I'm so happy. We're playing music. T-minus 5 minutes. We're coming up on the start of the terminal countdown. Launch director is conducting the final go no go polling across the teams. Right now, all stations are reporting green. So, if all goes well, is go for launch. Also, as I said before, T-minus 1 minute 20 seconds. We're gonna have a hold. That is normal. Completely normal. Last minute checkouts on the vehicle. So they're now at 97% go. The range is go. All systems are go. Just past T-minus 3 minutes, so coming up in less than 30 seconds, ground launch sequencer will start bringing the higher energy systems online, starting with that first stage booster pressurization. Center engine and 8 inner ring engines passing thrust vector control system tests. Those 9 engines equipped for flight control also be used for boost back and landing operations as well. Onboard guidance system transitioning to closed loop mode. Thea is now actively tracking its launch trajectory and adjusting its planned course. Now T-minus 2 minutes. Ground oxygen tank final pressurization gonna be underway soon as fuel loading completes. Engine valves are in start pre-position and the flight software is configured and verified. Flight termination system now fully armed and verified green for both stages. So at T-minus 1 minute 20 seconds, we should hear that propellant loading complete. I think I misspoke earlier. I said hold was at T-minus 20. It's at T-minus 1 minute 15 seconds.
Prop load complete. Pausing count for checkouts.
Countdown hold. As that is planned, that is normal. Nothing is wrong right now. Ground controllers currently looking over all their data, looking over the health of the vehicle, making sure that everything is in working order. That countdown will resume once everything is cleared, once everything is, once it's made sure everything's good, once we are ready to commit to that launch time. But we are currently on track. We're just giving controllers some extra time.
Countdown resuming.
There you see countdown resuming. So a lot of stuff. Ground line will be purged soon. Currently the rocket. Ground gas closeouts there. Rocket currently unaware.
Thea's in startup.
There we go. So as I was saying, rocket was unaware of the countdown. Changed just now as the ground launch sequencer hands control over to the onboard flight systems. Stage 1 engine controller is now beginning pre-ignition purge. We will receive the final go from the launch director. Range remains green, and I'll hand it off to mission control. Godspeed, Thea.
LDs go for launch. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off a thing. Vehicle pushing down range. 4B proportion nominal. Of signal key largo. We only got one engine out. We got one engine out. Basque. This is now supersonic. BS2C, chill down.
liftoff there. Power and telemetry links remain stable. Everything looking good. Amazing liftoff we had there. My camera is stuck. I literally can't see anything. Vehicle performance looking great right now.
Nico. State separation. State separation confirmed. BS2C ignition.
Main engine cutoff we just saw there, separation and second engine start. So that first stage performing its boost back maneuver. It does appear that we had one engine out. That is okay. We have redundancy.
Rand Jensen, confirmed. Stage 1 FTS saved.
You may have seen that payload fairing deployed. Payload fairing.
Acquisition of signal Cape Canaveral.
There we see cutoff of all of the 9 or 8 booster engines. Second stage still
Who's back burn shot?
On its trajectory, currently passing 118 kilometers. Booster looks like coming down right now through the atmosphere. Don't know what happened with that telemetry. There we go. Okay, that's good. Coming down through the atmosphere now. Making its way down for a soft splashdown, hopefully, off the coast.
Stage 2 trajectory nominal. Telemetry loss for booster.
Here's that we did have some sort of anomaly with that first stage. All good, all a part of our testing journey. But good news, second stage and its payload still on way. Everything looking good right now. Engines performing great. You may have heard the call out that everything is nominal, making its way to its destination. Amazing launch so far. So we had liftoff, a smooth, very smooth liftoff of Thea. We had cutoff, stage separation. That first stage performed another great boost back maneuver and made a good descent through the atmosphere. We did experience an anomaly once those engines started up again, but that all will be taken into account for the next flight. But our payload is safe. I'm hungry. Just past T plus 8 minutes. Second stage still on a great trajectory here. Everything looking good. It does appear that we had
Terminal guidance.
terminal guidance. That is a call out for the final phase of the burn here. That means that the rocket is on its final course to its target destination. But then, yeah, we had 4 engines relight on that first stage.
The S2C shutdown.
Beautiful,
Stage 2, FTS saved.
beautiful shutdown of that second stage. Now that payload we have there has a kick stage on it. It will be giving it that final kick to its final, final destination.
Standby
Orbit
for-
around the moon. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. I don't know when these call-outs are. Maybe I should read the handbook. Payload separation should come up soon. In a few minutes we have. Aiden, I know you're still here. What are your thoughts? What's the reaction from the expedition team?
That was beautiful. Like that may have been one of the most beautiful launches I've ever seen. I've seen many launches, but that was just spectacular. And I'm so happy to see here that the Intrepid lander is almost on its way towards the moon here. We still got a few more steps, including a few burns with that kick stage to raise its apogee so it can intersect the moon so we can hopefully land here pretty soon. So this is a huge milestone here. The most important part was launch. So this is a huge milestone. The entire team is very happy here. We're excited to see the Intrepid lander in orbit around the Earth right now, but it will soon be in orbit around the moon. This is just absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy to see what comes.
I'm glad you're happy. That's good. Yeah, it was a very beautiful launch. Much smoother than maybe some previous.
You can actually see those four little white boxes. Those are actually a lot of the batteries and the avionics for the lander there. That will actually help control the kick stage as it makes its way towards the moon over the next few days. And those four little legs you guys think, those are landing legs, and those are what will touch down on the lunar surface and will help absorb a lot of the impact after landing.
So what's the mission going to be like once you land on the moon? What are the plans we got there?
It will mostly, for the first day, it will just be checkouts, ensuring that everything is healthy. We get communications. We can send stuff back. We want to ensure we can hopefully get the first images, the first HD images, from the moon here. Those are going to be spectacular. Hoping to get a lot. The second day will mostly just be experiments for our customers. They will be made experiments towards the lunar soil and towards seismic waves on the moon, and studying the moon's core. And hopefully, and it will most likely be just that for the next 14 days. Do a lot of checkouts. We are expected to do Intrepid Lander 2 probably in the next 10 months, we hope to, which will be an upgrade version. It will also most likely be carrying a lunar rover on it, which will be absolutely spectacular to see.
That will be great. That's very cool. Very happy for you. Very excited that we could be supporting the launch today. Getting where you need to go.
Stand by for payload.
Okay. Oh.
There we go. This is beautiful. Beautiful separation we have there.
Confirmed.
And you can see there the Resilient 1 Mini. It's a miniature version of the Resilient 1A engine. It uses methane and liquid oxygen, which is very amazing here. This is the first time we're flying the Resilient 1 Mini, and we're going to get a lot of data from that. It's both on the lander and on the kick stage for the main engines.
Very cool. Really great stuff. Thank you, Caden, for coming on and talking. Thank you, Expedition Aerospace, for obviously trusting us to launch this mission. Thank you to all the supporters who watch this, following this. Make sure to follow the mission. What was the handle? Expedition RBX?
RBX. And
There we go.
Expedition Aerospace just on YouTube. That
On
link is
YouTube, Discord, wherever. Make sure to follow that. But yeah, amazing stuff we got here. We had that amazing liftoff, separation, boost back. Some issue on landing, but of course, all be fixed in time. We'll be following up soon. Have some more information on the amazing flight today. But I think that's all I have for you right now. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. I'm Quingo, head of media here at Galactic Space Solutions Technology. Very thankful to have you here. I will be seeing you next time. Have a great day. There's a press conference event for our friends at Aerospace. They'll be announcing something about their Liberty program. But yes, thank you for coming. Goodbye.